Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future trading. All our videos for educational purpose only. You're very welcome to follow any of our trades as long as you are on sim. We're not responsible for your trades. A beautiful day. We started now recovering, and we will try to find entries in the market. We just wait until the market see we have a resistance on 25,418, and it is between those two yellow line, and we are monitoring if the market able to break this resistance. And at the same thing on the ES, also between the two yellow line, and we are waiting to see if we are able to break the resistance line. So we are a little bit on a standby with those trades to see. It's a crime to go long in this area here. We need to wait a little bit to see if this market able to go higher than that. It is on a critical area where when it is between the two yellow line, indicating there is a reversal. And right now you can see on the ES, the dollar resistance fell. The market was not able to break this double resistance. And so we are waiting and sitting on the standby with a long trade to see if we are able to break those area here. So there is nothing we can do at the moment. Despite your indicator saying it's long, yes, it's long, but it's a weak long. It's not a strong long. So there is nothing we can do. There is a good potential for this market to collapse and go back to the short. So there is nothing we can do. We just need to sit on standby to see if they are able to break it, which I doubt it. They are. Despite the buyers over the sellers, from 1 to 30 minutes, the market analyzer, everything indicated long. But the market right now, let's see if there's any breaking news or any more news. There is no more news. So finally the market, okay, that's good. They both broke the system, broke the resistance. We still need to watch a little bit. On the ES, this is from the market analyzer. On the ES, the target is coming from the market analyzer on the top. It is 7012 for the ES, which is right there. You can see it here, 701150. And this in line with the institutional targets. The second target too is 7020, which is very good. We're gonna take it to 7020 on the ES, and I think it will be the final destination for today. Also, this one from the market analyzer. The market analyzer have 5 auto trade. The target is 25,504. It is okay. It got adjusted, but the institutional target is 25,522. So we're gonna take it to the second institutional target, 2250. Here it is. So those are the morning targets for today. to in line with the institutional numbers. So um, I don't think so. We're gonna go any higher than that, but we can put them here. So we can keep our eye on it. And now we can say break even if you want to. The trailing stop, even if you break even, they automatically readjust themselves to the fib line. Automatically, they readjust itself. We just broke even for safety, and we let them do their works by themselves. So we're still struggling in this area, and if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. But we are sitting on a standby. There is nothing we can do. Hopefully, the ES and the Nasdaq get a bit stronger, and it's struggling to stay strong actually. So we'll see what happens. There is not much to do. We're gonna be on a standby and waiting. If you're not in a trade in the Nasdaq, you should not take a trade in here. It's a very dangerous place to take a trade. The only place, if you want to re-enter the market, is right here. It's right there, 25,367. This is the only re-entry you have on the Nasdaq. You cannot take a trade here. Between the two yellow lines, you cannot take or allow your auto trade to take a long trade. It's a very dangerous area to take a long trade. It could be 9 out of 10 you're gonna lose that trade. Sometimes you might make it by accident, but this is not consistency. So the only things is we don't have a short. We only have pullback re-entry, and the pullback re-entry is all the way down to 25,367. It's right there. This is the only re-entry we have. You see, look, I had this feeling this market is not. The second, on the ES, it is very critical area where the re-entry. There is a high risk place to take a re-entry. Let's see, it's now start going down. It's right there, 699375, which is extremely high risk. And then the second one, the safer one is 6984. This is the safer one for a pullback re-entry. So with a very small stop loss on both of them. You see, when the market entered the two yellow line, is always a problem, always a problem in the market. And here it is. Look, we got filled on the first one on the Nasdaq. This is where the re-entry happened, and and it is. Look at this. Look. So immediately you welcome to trading. It came in right where we estimated. And this one was a high risk. I don't want a high risk, but this one here is a safe risk. And here it is. And then in those cases, when you pinpoint the entries in the market, immediately break even, don't mess with it, leave it alone. Don't mess with it, leave it alone. Either that trade is going to make you $1,000 or you can walk away with nothing. But don't bill out with just a couple $100 and then re-enter the market. You are in a good situation here. If the market broke that entry, that's mean we are going to short, so there is no use to stay on that trade. And here it is. So don't leave it alone when you enter. Anyway, we pinpointed where is the entry. We could have closed it with 500, but I'm showing you how we can do this. And the second re-entry on the ES, it is 69.84. Now, on those cases, sometimes you pinpoint where the re-entry, and then you got filled, and then you got out. The second option you can do on this is you can see where those bars are, and you can go ahead and put a buy signal above the bar because if the market going up and you have it couple ticks above, it's going to get you filled and going up again. So this is another trick you can practice on your own with the sim account. You can always put an order couple ticks higher than the bar. So if the market goes higher, you get filled. So let's see how the market, from the beginning, we started at 10:03. From the beginning, everything looking good, and I had a strong feeling this market not going anywhere. And how are you going to translate this to an AI or an auto trade? How are you going to do this? I had this feeling it's gonna fall, and it did. And now, if we look at the buyers over the sellers, they are much weaker. The buyers over the sellers are much weaker. And now from 1 to 30 minutes is recovering slowly. Some of the indicators are in red. Some of the indicators are in green. It's a wishy-washy market, no direction. And in those cases, look, now those two, we got out of those trades. That's fine. In those conditions, to be honest with you, it's better not to trade, to leave it alone, I mean, when we look at the bar, how big is the bar on the 1 minute? It's from 25,430 in one drop, went to 25,363. I mean, this is really heavy. You see, this is what I told you. If you put a buy order a couple ticks above the high bar, so if the market decided to go long, you will be filled in this area here, but you need to practice on this because your stop loss is not protected in this area here. And now the market is climbing again, you know. After it knocked us out of the trade, it's going up again. Slowly, not strong, slowly. And back again. You know, that explained to you, really honestly, when I was a little bit busy, and when we went live, I was looking at the chart and I saw the ES and the Nasdaq immediately spot my eye. They are between those two yellow lines, and I knew it. It's not gonna be a smooth day. It's gonna be a very funny day when you see this market between those two yellow lines, indicating the market is getting out of steam, and that's exactly what you're looking at. Uh, you know, if you can look on every video for the last 4 years on that channel, and the same story. When the market goes between the two yellow line, there is no more trades. You can go on every single video and you will find it's the same pattern. I don't believe in pattern, but it's the same condition when the market gets in. I don't believe in pattern at all. If this happened yesterday, does not mean it's going to happen today. But those two yellow line, you need to be cautious. When the market entered those two yellow line, you need to slow down your auto trade, not to take long trade in those area here. And the same story right now, the CL is going to the same trade. Look, the CL is coming between those two yellow lines, which we have a trades on the CL. They're doing well. But it's the same trick. You should not allow your CL taking. Actually, if you are on a micro account, this is a perfect sell order right there between the two yellow line and a fib. When there is a fib between the two line, especially our traders, you gotta be cautious. Could be a reversal area, and those are the best reversal, where you can manage to take the market from top to the bottom and from the bottom to the top. Okay, the signals start getting stronger. The buyer has went one more step over the sellers. The market analyzer getting in line. The indicators now turned from red to green, indicating we are climbing to the target one institutional, which is a matter of time before the Nasdaq going to break those double resistance and take profit on this is a profit area taken from the institutional targets. This is a profit area. It's going to pull back despite the market is going up. Those area here, they usually come around 11 o'clock, plus minus 10 minutes. The target one and target two is always for the morning session, and you have the target one, target two for the morning session on the ES. The minute we hit the target one, there is some profit taken, and usually the market arrive at those lines here around 11 o'clock plus minus 10 minutes, right? 22. So we have plenty time to arrive to the target one. And also on the ES is going to arrive to target one. Target one is the target one is right there. This is where you take your profit, 7011. This is where you take your profit. This is where the market is going to pull back. Usually they hit around 11 o'clock. At the moment the ES start getting stronger, the buyers over the sellers from 1 to 30 minutes is getting lined up. And the same thing apply on the Nasdaq. So it's a matter of time before they can break this resistance line. So you can know in advance by looking here at the condition and then you have a dot here, the high time frame. Stand having a chart, the 15 and the 30 minutes chart, to confirm the direction of the market. We put a signal here. The high time frame is to the long position. So, and the target, the institutional, is to the long position. So those two are giving you indication, because in 2026 you cannot just take Renko bar chart and trade it. You cannot do that anymore. You need to have a couple of three charts: the 1 minute, the 3 minutes, the 5 minutes, or the 3 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, to pinpoint where is the market direction, and then you enter the market from the smaller chart. Instead of having a three chart, you just look at those conditions here. Here has a 6 different time frame, and the high time frame is already plotted, calculated for you, so we know the direction of the market on a higher time frame is to the long position. No trade on the Nasdaq and ES. No pullback re-entry on the Nasdaq and an ES. It's finished. We're not gonna start looking for a trade until this market able to break those resistance, and it is very critical area between the two yellow line. The ES has already give in, and the ES already plot two signal short. Look, already plotted, so there is no more. Again, the market, the minute hit between the two yellow line, give up. It never fell. It never fell. It's trying to get stronger to go to the targets, and they fell 3 times so far to hit the institutional targets. They fell 3 times already. So this is not good. So we will wait and see. They need to put some beef in there before the market needs much more buyers to jump on the wagon for the market to hit target 1 and target 2 on the institutional. Look again on the CL. Look what happened. Again, you can see between those two yellow lines, the market entered, and I said the if you are on a micro account, this is where probably the best place to go short. And look what happened to the market. The market entered the two yellow line and turn around. You know, it's that good. It's that good. You just need to read the market. You read the chart. You don't need to be a professional trader. You just read what the chart is telling you. Everything is automatic. Everything is automatic. You don't need to fuzzle with it. You don't need to guess. You just look at the panel. You see the trend, the high time frame, the institutional target, the level in the market. That's all what trader need to become professional trader. And you don't need to go by those kind of indicators, buy sell indicators from the supermarket on Sunday afternoon. You don't need to do that. Those, they don't work, you know. And most of those cheap apps, they for the different platform, most of them they repaint buy sell signal. That's why you see they are so perfect, but they are not perfect. They are repaint, and you have to be careful. And it's, even if you are using any system you have, any indicator you have, does not repaint. You use it on a ranker bar, it will repaint. So you need also to stay away. If you are trading with the trend, you need to stay away from the range and ranker bar. If you want to do reversals, The Ranker bar and the range charts are the best for reversal. And you can combine the 1 minute with a range or a Ranker bar. You can verify the trend from the 1 minute, and you can reverse the market from the Ranker bar. That will be perfect setup for a professional trader. A Ranker bar can give you very nice area when you are using it out of the band or something, when it's going back inside the band. Those are perfect entries on the reversal, which we have covered to our traders a couple of weeks ago on Monday's webinars. So as we see right now, we're sitting on a standby, and there is no trades. The Nasdaq not able to break those double resistance so far and maintain in this area here to climb to the target institutional number, not able doing this. And right now, despite your indicator is showing long, the buyers over the sellers on the ES, the market analyzer from 1 to 30 minutes is pointing green, and most of the indicators here, they are in the green, and the market is struggling. The market is struggling in those area here. So we'll see what happened. Those are really I challenge anyone to use auto trade anytime he wants to in the market and keep it 24/7, and he just make money. I challenge anyone. The market has condition. It doesn't matter if you have 20 auto trade and you're under your sleeve or one auto trade. You cannot. There is a certain time in the market or a certain condition in the market. You cannot auto trade. I don't care where your auto trade coming from, whether from us or somebody else. We have a 20 auto trade in our package, and none of them is gonna save our hiney in those area here. There is none of the 20 auto trade is going to, by luck, maybe you're gonna have an auto trade going to make money, but this is not consistency. It is just here. This is one of our auto trade, and this is an ES, and it is on a 5 minutes and sticking along. The auto trade ticking along. Do I believe in that trade? No. Do I think it's critical? Yes. Is the auto trade making money here today? Yes. Is he able to make the same situation tomorrow and not losing money? No, he is not. So despite your auto trade is making $800 or $1,000 in this area, this is not consistency, because what you're doing here, the auto trade is taking a very high critical area long, and he should not take a trade long. He should not. He should not. So by luck, maybe he's gonna hit target 1, target 2, whatever it is. But it's not consistent, because we are in a critical area, and now we are entering those 2 yellow line. And if we look at the ES condition, I don't believe in double top, double bottom, triple top, triple bottom. What happened to the supply demand? I'm not talking about triple top, but if we look, the first time the ES, look at this. You can see it from your chart. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 6 times, 6 bars, entered those 2 yellow lines and fell. The second time, entered those 2 yellow lines 3 times, three times the bar, and dropped. And look at this. Look at this. How are you going to explain that to an AI or to a system? Look at this. Every time The ES entered those two yellow line, got a big slap. Look at this. Dropped heavily. The second time he entered those two yellow line, it dropped heavily. Look the size of the bar after they entered those two yellow line. It dropped heavily. It was a big slap on the ES and took it all. It's like you're slapping somebody and you put them on the ground. And this is exactly what happening. Every time the ES enter in this area here, gets a big slap and putting him on the ground again. Big slap, getting him on the ground. And here's again the system. Your alpha waves, ABCs is over. And then you have a sell signal. This is the second sell signal. It's telling you the party is over. Now, when we are looking at the technical indicators, your MACD, RSI, momentum, banana indicator, whatever it is you think you have, they are still pointing to the green, and now they start turning red. But the market is having a problem maintaining those levels. And when you see this on the chart, your auto trade become irrelevant because the performance is not coming from your auto trade, it's coming from the market condition. So now if we look at this one here, this trade, whether it is our auto trade or your auto trade, and you're taking a trade in the wrong places. A minute ago, this auto trade had $1,000 profit, and right now is struggling to just maintain above the entry price. So my idea is about when I'm saying this is a critical area, and you're looking at your auto trade and you see $1,000 profit, it does not mean your auto trade is right and I'm wrong. No. What does that mean? Your auto trade got away with one trade, but tomorrow and the day after tomorrow till the end of the month and the year is going to enter in the wrong places and it's going to cost you money. If you got away with one trade in a critical area, using your auto trade does not mean you're going to get away with it every single day. No. You have 1 winning trade against 10 losing trades with your auto trade. And that is very expensive, 1 to 10. 1 winning trade against 10 losing trades. So that's why I don't care what everybody said. We've been in the market now for almost 35 years. I've been dealing with the public 17 years, developing and dealing with the traders for the last 17 years. I'm not just a little kid pop out on some cheap app trying to sell buy-sell indicator. And there is no way you can just turn on your auto trade and you're going to get rich. No way. Not yet. Not yet. And when the day you're going to have an auto trade, you can turn it on with an AI system or a smart system or a robot system. Guess what? You're not going to get away with it because they're big movers. They're going to have a better AI system. They're going to have a better robot system. And they're going to have a smarter system because they have the money to invest millions of dollars. They are faster than you. Their internet is faster. Their computer is faster. And they can able to study. They're already doing it. They already study the retailers. You're borrowing the ES. You don't have any inventory. They already study you. They already know you. If you are trading ES, you are between. If you are a professional trader, 5 to 6 ticks. If you are a disaster trader, some company told you to use 30 minutes a chart on an ES. Your stop loss between 25 and 50. You are using RSI, MACD, momentum. They can measure what is your stop loss, what is your entry, and their smart system and their money, they're gonna flush you out like what they are doing, what they have done to the Bitcoin as we speak right now. They have flushed every single guy using immersion trade. They flushed everybody out. They cleaned the whole Bitcoin industry from anyone is using stop loss, trade and stop, merchant calls, whatever, on the stocks, on the Bitcoin, on every single trade and market. So don't think you are too smart to use an AI system, use a super glue with MACD, RSI, and momentum, and one day you're going to beat the system because the system is way ahead of you. They know algorithm. They are professional traders. They know everything. They know your limitation. They know what you are using. And you're still in the stone age with no education, no experience, and you think you're going to get away with it. You are using the market for an ATM machine. They know they're laughing at you. So if you think you're going to get away with it because you have an AI system, or if you think that you're going to beat the market, by the time you figure out one step, you will find out those big companies, they are 1,000 steps ahead of you, and they know how to flush you out. You don't need to wait 2 years to recognize what I'm talking about. Look what happened to the Bitcoin. They flushed everyone don't have money in the market. Who stayed in the Bitcoin? The ones they own cold wallet and they have their money they paid in full. All the ETFs, the ones they are using margin calls, all those options, all those, they got brutally slaughtered in the Bitcoin trading. What is left in the Bitcoin, that's why, what is the price right now on the Bitcoin? Right now, the price on the Bitcoin, 69. It was 128. Now it's 69. 126, the high. And they flush every trader. And those traders, some of them, they are big companies and they have very good systems and they flush them out. So don't think because by using a stop loss on an ES and you use a super glue, you glued a couple of 3 indicators on an AI, and now you think you're going to kick some butts in the market because you have no knowledge. First of all, your auto trade is not an auto trade. You just super glue a couple indicators where 90% of those traders, they are using the same indicator, what you call as an auto trade. 90%. You're no better than anybody else. Your auto trade based on MACD, momentum, moving averages, volume, RSI, and a couple of junk indicators. The guy in Europe has put those indicators together, and the one in USA, he has put the indicators together. Different belt, the same entry, the same exit. They have not accomplished anything. And again, you need to use your eye. You need to use your eye to understand the market condition. That nobody is going to help you with it until you learn it. The same principle, they are flushed every miserable trade. There is a guy, not long time ago, Ukrainian man, He lost, I don't know, 65 million last year, something. And this money was not belong to him. He killed himself in his car because he thought he can get away with it. And what happened when the market dropped, he lost it because he uses stop loss. We've been saying many years, you cannot use a stop loss on a Bitcoin. The minute you use a stop loss on a Bitcoin, you're dead. And the same thing with Forex. The only market you can use a stop loss is the future trading. And the only platform, believe me, NinjaTrader, they're not my favorite, and they are not my cousin, so I don't need to do any advertisement for NinjaTrader. But one thing about NinjaTrader, I will be the last one to leave NinjaTrader. I will be the last one to leave. Why? Because I have tested many platforms during the holidays, and you are entitled to have different platforms on your computer. But when you are trading a future, I have not seen any accurate system with one tick. The one tick on the platform, it is your blood, it's your oxygen, it is your stop loss. So there are some platforms are good to trade Bitcoin, to trade crypto, and there are some platforms to trade maybe Forex. But to trade the future, there is no replacement for NinjaTrader. And believe me, they're not my cousin. Trust me. And they're not my favorite piece of cake, but they are the best. When you are trading the future, the NinjaTrader, they give you the accuracy by the tick. And when you are auto trading or you are manual trading, the tick count. We don't need to use 25 ticks on the EOS when we can get away with 5 to 10 ticks. Another thing's also stability. When you're having a system using the 1 minute, there is accuracy when you are using systems to whether it's an indicator or you are using a system based on several indicators in one plot. They bring more accuracy on the level, and they bring more accuracy when you enter in the market. So we have some people have moved away from NinjaTrader to another platform, and now they start coming back because it's no longer able to trade the crypto, and they find out the hard way the platform they are using for the crypto is not really good for future. So now they're coming back, So don't get confused. If you want to use a future, stay on NinjaTrader. NinjaTrader is not my company. I don't care what you do with Ninja. Whether you like them or not, they're not my cousin. I don't care what you do with Ninja. But if you want to trade consistency, the future trading is the best option for you for daily basis. Because if you want to trade the crypto and you are using stop loss, you are a dead meat. In the Forex, you have to use different ball game, 240 minutes, the daily chart, and then you pinpoint your entry based on 15 minutes or 5 minutes. That's how you can pinpoint an entry on the Forex, and you need to hold those positions. Maybe sometimes, like I do, you can hold the position for 2-3 days, or sometimes you get stuck for 2 months. So you cannot overmerge yourself with the Forex either. So the only thing I found after 35 years, if you want to trade future, they are the most consistent for a daily, whether you are wanted $200, $300 a day, or something like this. But it comes with with a tweak that you need to learn the market. For the last 16, 17 years, we are dealing with the public. I have not seen any trader got away in the future trading for free by just buying Autotrade and got away and got rich. I have not seen it. I have not seen it from my traders, and I have not seen it from other companies. And they all lost money heavily. So there's no free trip. I mean, I know you're probably going to cuss me out, but there is no freebie money, whether you like it or not. I don't know where you come from, but there is no free money in the market. You have to earn it. And if you cannot stand the pain, you cannot stand the gain. That's it. Simple. You're not going to come into the trading and you're going to beat somebody and take his money from the trading. He have sacrificed all his life with education, tip-top computer, tip-top indicators, tip-top everything. You're not going to come and kick his butt and take his money. He's going to win the trade, and you are going to lose the trade. I don't care where you come from. I don't care what you have on your chart. Whether you have our system or somebody else's system, you're not going to get away with it if you don't learn the market pattern. Simple. And the rest is garbage. I don't want to hear it. Right now, there is no trade, so I'm sitting and talking. As we said from the beginning, 10 o'clock, that we entered the yellow lines and there is no more trades. The market tried to get strong and go up, didn't, and now the market gets stuck between a resistance and a support. The support area on the Nasdaq 25,374. The resistance level is 25,421. And here's the secret. If we go below that number, some people there might go short, but guess what? You have 1, 2, 3, 4 support, because an ignorant trader, he's going to say, why all those rubbish? Why all those lines? When those lines get closer to each other, it's telling you there is a thick wall in there. You cannot break it by just technical. It has to be some kind of news in the market and able for you to break all those walls. So it's not an ignorancy by having so many lines close to each other indicating the market is tight. This is the difference between professional trader, understand what those lines all about, and another guy thinks is rubbish. One guy see is a piece of glass, and the other guy, he sees piece of diamond. So that's the difference between two traders. So the market is coming to this area here, and there is no short, because impossible for the market to break the first line, the second line, the third line, the fourth, and the fifth for free. It has to come and pull back, has to come testing, pulling back, testing, pulling back. By the time the market break all those 6 lines, you're broke. You're already $1,000 down in your trade or on your auto trade. And then what you do, it doesn't matter if from our auto trade or you bought your auto trade. The auto trade is bad. It's not the captain who's controlling that auto trade is a lousy captain. No, it's the auto trade is bad. So he needs to buy another auto trade because the auto trade is bad, didn't make money. Not the captain. The captain is okay, So this is the difference. If we look on the ES, it's mixed market. From 1 to 30 minutes, it's a sinking boat. It's a leaking. Water going in, and it starts sinking. The buyers is equal to the sellers. Half of the indicators are in red. The other half is in the green. From 1 to 30 minutes is in red and in the green, indicating there is no direction in the market, indicating there is no long and no short in the market. And guess what? Can you imagine how many people worldwide auto trading ES or NASDAQ today, and they are losing their pants off because their auto trade taking long is not making money. Another guy, his auto trade taking short, and he's not making money. The funniest story I had few years ago, I had one of he's a pilot, and he got his own small aircraft. He have a small Beechcraft. So me and him, because I was an airline employee, so we become very good friends. And one time he told me, the guy is very well educated in the market, and very educated person as well. He built his own auto trade, and he told me, Sam, every time my auto trade took a trade, the market turned around. Every time the auto trade took a trade, when the auto trade took long, the market went short. When his auto trade took short, the market took long. So he called his programmer and he told him to flip it from long to short and from short to long, because the market is always going the opposite signal of his auto trade. And he made me laugh. And the programmer have changed the algorithm on the auto trade. The ones used to take long, now taking short, and the one take short now start taking long. And he put it on a test, and he said, now the market, every time his auto trade taking long, the market going short, and every time his auto trade taking short, still the market going the opposite direction. And then he gave up the whole idea about auto trading, and that's why he came to us back then. He wants to learn how to trade. And so even when he swapped the signal on his auto trade, and I looked at his auto trade, back then it was what is available, MACD's, momentum, all this garbage, it was in his auto trade with a few filters, moving averages, the basic. And he couldn't make money on it, and that's why he decided to learn how to trade back then. So no matter how well you are, we still can use little knowledge in the market. So now what we see, the NASDAQ is going down short. I'm not going to argue with you. Now any auto trade, maybe including mine, start taking short. But for visually, I will not start looking for short until I see the NASDAQ crossing all the bridges. If we look at the ES, he is a long way from home. And look where I have the buy signal, is all the way down here. And now on the NASDAQ, the only time I will start looking at the short trade when the NASDAQ break the last barrier here, going down, pulling back, reconfirm is short, and this is where you can take the short. There is two options. You can take the short on the breakout, high risk, or you wait till the market come back, confirm is become a resistant, the support become a resistant, and this is where you can take a trade. So now as you see what I have told you a few minutes ago, when the market is going to enter here, it's going to pull back on one of them, and here they are. So when you auto trade, whatever this auto trade you have, from here to here, every single auto trade on every single indicator took short. He went right into the trap. That's why I said you need to be aware what's going on in the market. If we look at the NASDAQ here, from 25,393, the market dropped to 25,347. That will activate any auto trade from 1 to 5 minutes. Whether you are using a MACD, momentum, RSI, all those banana indicators, by this time, every single indicator has been activated and every single time frame has been activated to short. And look what happened. the market turned around and went long for no reason. So that's why I said I cannot call the short trade for you on the Nasdaq until I see the Nasdaq crossing those support area. So those lines are not rubbish. Those lines are saving our hiney from taking a bad trade. Those are not rubbish. Only idiots see rubbish. Professional see diamond. So this is the difference between a professional trader and an unprofessional trader. We had a British gentleman, he's in Dubai, and he bought our system. He works in a company, and that's 3 years ago. And then he called me the second day. He said, I thought there is something wrong. He said, Sam, how in the hell you came out with this? It's like when I'm reading it, it's like heaven, because the guy was a professional. And the same day, we had a guy come in. He called me also on the second day. He's telling me that there is something wrong because the auto trade is not making money. So two different traders bought on the same day. One day, the professional guy called me. He said, it's like heaven, and they bought another 5 signals to his colleagues that are working with him. And the other guy, he just turned on the auto trade, and he didn't understand why he had a losing trade on the auto trade, because he thought when he have an auto trade, every trade has to be winning trade. So he asked me to come and check up what's wrong with the auto trade. He have a couple losing trades in there. So this is the difference between a trader, and they are both using the same system and the same platform. It's not the system, is the guy who's controlling or who's looking at the market and how much knowledge he has. So now, as we see, here, the Nasdaq is caught and there is no trade, and also on the ES there is no trade. So I'm not calling any trades for you. That's it. The market is not tradable. We recognize the market is not tradable, so we're gonna get away. We're gonna stay out of it, folks. That's all what we have for you today. Please, if you're not desperate, stay away from the trade. Maybe in the afternoon. The market has no direction. I don't see any news today. I don't know. Maybe there is something will happen this afternoon. But if you're not desperate for a trade, stay away from the trouble. The market not going in one direction. Maybe in the afternoon, the market start taking one direction. So if I was you, I will leave it alone. I will not auto trade it. I will not trade it. Come back in the afternoon and see if the market can find a... Yes, Vito, it is enjoyable to say, to recognize, this is the problem, to recognize that there is no money to be made. There is no money to be made. This is something you need to recognize in any given market, whether it's a Bitcoin, a future trading, Forex. When you recognize there is no money to be made, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Don't turn on your auto trade. Doesn't matter where your auto trade coming from. Don't turn on your auto trade. If the market cannot find direction, your auto trade is not going to find a direction. And to our traders, I use that trick. We have many of our traders, they've been with us for many years. They understand trading, thanks God. They're not just using auto trade, they understand trading. The only thing, Vito, and you've been around, and there is many people like you, when you're looking at the chart, if you can't find a trade by yourself, your auto trade will make money. Any auto trade you are using, out of the 20 auto trades we have, you can use any auto trade and will make money. If you can't find an entry on the chart, or if you can see the market is trending, it's not going sideways, you turn on your auto trade will make money. If you get up in the morning and you see set situation like this, the market cannot find direction, don't trade, don't turn on your auto trade. Go for a breakfast, go wash your car, do something, come back, see if the market decided to take direction. As an example, you come here in the morning, you see there is no direction in the market, skip it. Go enjoy yourself for half an hour and come back. And if it's still in the same condition, leave it. Because if you cannot see trade manually, the auto trade will not make money. Any auto trade, not just ours, any auto trade. When you see there are a lot of trades on the blue chart and the market is trending, turn on any auto trade will make money. That's it. You know, from the morning, the first things you need to see, look at the chart. Look at your market analyzer. One thing we keep telling you about, if your ES is in one direction and your NASDAQ in another direction, don't even look at the blue chart. Just go away from the computer. You know, those three, they have to be in the same direction on the three signal. The ES, NASDAQ, NYM has to be on the same direction. They have to be synchronized. So if you get up in the morning and you see the NASDAQ is in red and the ES is in blue, don't even touch the mouth. Leave it as is. Go make yourself an espresso. Do something. Leave the market alone. And can you imagine how many people lost money today by not reading the market? They just auto-traded. Can you imagine the magnitude from people from all over the world are trading? It's not just USA. There are many people trade future, and how much money they lost today in the market because they cannot read the market. We need to finish today and get off, but I'm not going to get off. I want to show you again, the NASDAQ is going to this area before we leave and close the webinar today. And look, how long I've been having this order here? How long I've been having it? From this morning. Okay. Now look at this market movement, and let's see if this time the NASDAQ able to break three support line. And look at this front part. For the ES trader, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 support area. Good luck making money in this. Good luck making money. What you are doing, you're diving right into the turbulence in the market. You're stepping on a big pile of mud. That's the best we can say on the YouTube. You're stepping and you're diving on a big pile of mud right there. And this one here, you should not touch it. You should not look at it. You should not deal with it. You need to stay as far as you can from it. Very simple. One of them is going to be rejected and is going to push the market the opposite direction. Simple as that. One of them is going to reject it, and good luck breaking 5 support area and another support area here, the 6 support area and a moving floating fib. And good luck breaking all this to the downside with or without auto trade. Good luck. And this is where 99.9% traders lose money in those areas. Why? Because their indicator pointing short, and there is no short and there is no long. Look, now the market came in to the floating fibs, the trailing stop, And this one, you remember when we told you the CL is over? Do you remember where we told you the CL is over? If you go back to the earlier, when the market entered, and I told you the best way is to take short from here. You remember? Here is where my order was when the market entered the 2 yellow line and look, went short. Here it is, went short. Once the market entered those area, went short, and it's finished. So where the others that were taking long because their indicator pointed long. What kind of indicators they are using? They are using this indicator based on the previous bar. And guess what? Here where is nobody want to talk about. You are trading an indicator based on the previous bar, based on history, and you are trading the future. Have you thought about it? No, you're not thinking about it. You are making a bet in the future based on the past. Good luck. You're going to stay miserable behind your computer for the rest of your life. If you don't understand the market movement, you're going to sit for the rest of your life miserably behind your computer. Here again, let me show you. Every single indicator worldwide from here to here giving you short. I don't care what kind of auto trade you are using. It's pointing short, and you don't have short. Look, the market keep rejecting. One of them get rejected, and the other one follow. Why? And look, here, blinking, there is short sellers. Look, this one here is telling you those are active short sellers. They're not just putting orders. Those are active short sellers. Look, the sellers over the buyers, because they've been told if you monitor the sellers over the buyer, you'll be fine. No. You will not fee. Because many of those trades, they will be canceled millisecond before they get filled. Whether legal or illegal, that's a different story. There are many sellers and the market not responding. Not yet. You still have a long way to go before you can go short. You need to cross that bridge first. You're not going to be flying over that bridge. You need to cross it. The hard way, you need to cross it. You need to break every level in this market. You need to fight every line until you come here and you start taking short. And look what happening to the market. It's going back. It goes drop and goes back. Where is the re-entry? I mean, now we are leaving. We finished the webinar. I don't want to deal with it. But where is the entry right now? It's right there. And there are more probability for this market. This is the sell re-entry from here. And this is the target right there. This is the sell order right there. And this is closing the trade right here. Because the market is not going anywhere. Despite there are many people short in this market, you can see it is blinking here, and there is no response. The market is going the opposite direction. So for retailer, his stop loss are limited. 10 to 20 takes couple $100 on every stop loss, whether it's NASDAQ or ES, couple of $100 stop loss. So right now, if we want to measure the NASDAQ, actually the NASDAQ right now is going to be, it's actually on idle right now. There is no buy or sell condition, but this is the pullback re-entry right now. And if you wait a little bit, it can be, if it crosses this line, there is no more short, is going to be long. So be careful with your trade. But this is the only re-entry short we have is here, not where your auto trade took short. You know, folks, we are 13 minutes over our time. Let's call it off for today. There is nothing. I just want to see if this NASDAQ gonna hold below that line. This line we use to enter the market on a pullback. We use this line. Anything below that line is short. Above that line is long. So if you are auto trading, below that line is always short. You have to think short. No, there is nothing long. And above that line is long. But here is the story also. Above this line, you have a resistance. It's actually the market is really bad to trade. It's just go for lunch, enjoy your meal, and leave it alone. That will be the best choice you'll have. We're not going to stay any longer. We say thank you very much and wish you pleasant afternoon. Bye for now.